What it do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder, back again with another edition of History You May Not Know and Things That Are Not Taught in Detail for Sure. Today's lesson, I want to break down something that most Black Americans or United States citizens have no idea actually happened until this day. What I'm going to speak on is the 1974 court decision of Milliken v. Bradley. This groundbreaking court case took place in Detroit, Michigan. What it said is that urban schools, quote unquote, our centralized schools can be integrated. But has anybody told you that our suburban schools are still segregated? What I'm going to break down right now is how this court case that took place in Detroit undermined Brown v. Board of education plans. If you look at most of our suburban schools, haven't you noticed that they're still segregated to this day? Why haven't they had busing or other things going out to integrate those schools like they have done our urban schools? Let's give you the background. Brown v. Board of Education was a groundbreaking law case. We all know about that, right, throughout history. It was made to make sure all schools in America were integrated. What we do not know is that once white flight happened, white flight was the actual meaning white Americans moved to the suburbs, took their resources, education systems, and suburban housings. What most people do not know is that no Black American students from the inner cities cannot go to these segregated areas. If you are an athlete or a supreme academic person, you can get a scholarship to go out there. But did you know that there is no law that says you are required to go out there? Virtually undermining the court decision that happened in Detroit, Michigan. If you do not know this happened about the Great Migration of America in this country. The Great Migrations were when many Black Americans left the South to go to larger cities that made greater Black populations in the Ford plants, working in heavy, dense areas. What they did when they moved there was that most white American people noticed that. What they did was they used redlining and other property deeds to say, hey, I am cool with them going to school in their side of town. Our side of town needs to stay the way we are. Think about this for a second. So while we always scream the school systems are integrated, the school systems are this, the school systems are that, most people have no idea in this country that our suburban schools are completely segregated and have been since the 1970s. This action suit was such a groundbreaking decision because it happened in Detroit, Michigan, a mostly Black predominant city. And if you go to all cities around this country, you will see that many of our education systems are segregated completely. Go to any suburb around your city. Look at the side of town where the affluent live and look at their demographics. You will still, until this day, see segregated school systems actively. Thurgood Marshall said, school districting lines are innocently drawn. However, we are still separating people by their races. Detroit is making a landmark ground school to move our suburban schools and keep them all white while forcing our inner city schools, quote unquote, our Black American schools to be impacted and integrated. So whenever we think we've made that much progress, we must understand that historically, even though we have made one step forward, we have taken 4 steps back. So if everybody always mentioned why our school is not good, why our school is not working, I want you to look back and know these parts in history. Look them up. I want you to understand and challenge yourself. If we have made this much progress, why has one school system continue to excel, to have the resources, and to be segregated, while the other ones are underfunded, forced to be integrated, and not supported as much? History shows us where we are and where we're going. But if you ask the average American, are our suburban schools integrated or are they segregated? They will tell you without a slight of a doubt, they're integrated. But if you point to this 1974 lawsuit that happened, that made it all the way to the Supreme Court, it is shown historically how they overran and kept the school system and ethnicities segregated until this day. It's your boy King Crowder back again. I hope you learned something. I hope this information was truly beneficial to you. Make sure that you look at history in totality. Yes, we can make forward. Yes, we have made progresses, but you must understand that we have also undermined ourselves. The Milliken B. Bradley decision in Detroit, Michigan showed what we did. We can integrate our school systems, the one in the city, but our suburban school systems are still segregated until this day. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I hope you learned something today. It's your boy. Check it out. Until next time, peace.